sleep. Well, hello everyone, how are you? Hey friends, welcome to the Shen Show. I am your host, Shenandoah Briscoe, coming to you live right here in St. Charles, Missouri. That's right, home of the Frenchtown Paint Off. That's right, they're painting the town down on Frenchtown, 2nd Street. That's right. Hey, anyway, today's Saturday, May the 20th, 2023. Got Shen Show fans out there. Diana Gray, Joyce and Earnie Hale, Keith Woodfin, Lorna Wood, Savann Murphy Beeson. It's supposed to be Beeson. Wake up. Correct, Ethan. Beeson. Correct that. Beeson. Correct that. Correct that. Spell that. Backspace. Scratch that. Backspace. B. Choose 2. Comma. Go to sleep. Lori Moore, a.k.a. Lori Taylor, a.k.a. Thumper, and then Sweet Sunny Day Girl, a.k.a. Rachel. All right, there you have it. Those are the Shen Show fans. No Pokey Pals today. Hey, I got Peoples. Hey, Thumper. There she is. Hi. So glad you could make it by. Oh, now I gotta fix that though. I fixed it, but now I gotta fix it. Wake up. Cut that. Paste that. Select all. Paste that. Go to sleep. Okay, there we go. Got it fixed. Now we had to edit. We had to edit the down below. Yeah, so I went down there to the Paint the Town thingy, and there was a girl down there singing Janis Joplin, and there was a bunch of booths, and I saw Terry, and oh, doggone it. Oh, her sister-in-law, Miss Lyons. She ain't a Lyons anymore. But anyway, I saw the two of them sitting down there in the Lyons truck selling ice cream, spewing out the ice cream. They was. Now they're gonna give me trouble because I forgot names. I see how I am. You see how I am? Doggone it. Anyway, my Bluetooth dies too easy or whatever. It just kept connecting and disconnecting from my phone all morning. And I can't understand it. I mean, it's brand new. It's supposed to have 15 hours worth of charge. So much for that. I guess I'll be taking it back. Heading out to Best Buy. Buy me some from out there. Extra $5, but I was told the ones that I was getting were the ones I picked up at Family Dollar were the ones I was supposed to be getting, but no, they were out at Best Buy, so I got to send these back and pick up the Best Buy ones. So that's how that'll work. Anyhow. Oh, how you been, Lori? I'm sorry, Thumper. Wouldn't want anybody to know who you really are. Dun, dun, dun. Good, I hope. Ugh, my shoulders and my neck. They were feeling great yesterday, day before yesterday, but today, not so much. It's nice. We're out and about. Went to get Arby's and going to get wiener. Oh, lottery tickets, winner tickets, wiener tickets, free wiener tickets. That's right. Yeah. What was I gonna say? Yeah, it's convenient that you stopped at Arby's and it's right there in the parking lot for Snooks. Oh, I got hooked up with a new addicting game. It's a parking garage, and it's like the first floor of a parking garage, and you have to move the cars out of the slots and clear the uh, garage. So, I mean, it's kind of cool, but it's also word very addicting, and it takes a lot of neck movement to get her done. So, I just don't do it a lot, you know. I mean, I have to. I started what 3 days ago, and I'm only up to 180. So it's one of those things. You got to do what you can do if you can do it. Anyway, yeah, I went down there. There's supposed to be a concert, and I'm not sure when the concert starts. I guess I could look, seeing how that's what this show is all about. Let me see. What time is the concert? Paint the Town Red at the Art Fest. Frenchtown at the Frenchtown. I didn't go down Main. I should have went down to historical St. Charles there and caught some of that there history down there. I was up down here spreading history at the Frenchtown Paint the Town Street Muriel Street Art Fest. Anyway, they take the stage. Going to be some music. Doesn't say what time the music is going to be. So there you go. We're painting the pavement in Frenchtown. Join us for a fun weekend of live art at as talented artists paint beautiful designs directly onto the pavement on intersections in Frenchtown. This event will also feature vendors, crafts, music, and more. And they had a big bandstand up there, but the only person I saw was a gal had a tent over top of her, and she had a guitar, steel string guitar, and a microphone, and she was just singing different stuff. She was doing Janis Joplin and stuff. So anyway, she was pretty good. But yeah, they got the streets all pretty much blocked off down there. 2 online games, Bingo and Candy Crush. Oh, yeah. Gotta watch out for that Candy Crush. You're so sweet, you'll get smushed. Yeah, that's what I said. Bunny Fred. Yep, probably, the girls from um, the um, art building world. Where did I just go? The girls from the what is that thing called? The Foundry Arts Center. I was explaining to them, telling them some history from the Foundry there, because they're in the lab. And I used to work there in the lab as a janitor, but we used to do stuff there whenever I was there. They were still doing their testing and stuff like that. Saw a couple of stress tests. Big old half train full of steel. One of them box cars, only the top was cut off of it, full of steel. Pulled it up top of this big old hill. They'd let it drop down and slam into the tankers, and they had all these little wires and and electrodes hooked up to these tankers for stress test, and they also were checking the tongue to make sure that whenever the train would slam into it, that it wouldn't break the tongue, so that they could go ahead and put the next the trains together. Because when they're at the train yard and they sling a train down a track, it can get up to like 35 mph, and it can come slipping on in there and whack into another train or another car. One car whack into another car, and it could put a lot of stress on the tank itself and on the tongue. So that's what they were testing, just to make sure their quality was still good. So yeah, it's pretty interesting watching it done. And then I was also telling them that they had a full, complete dark room up there, a camera lab, photo lab. Yeah, that's what it was. And they had pictures of Pancho Villa and some other people up in there from way back when ACF was back in the 1800s. Yeah, when the trains first came out. Yeah, so that was always interesting. Hey, I got another fan out there. Hello, other fan. We got Lori over here talking it up. Now we got you out there too. Who do you be? Who do you be? Say something to me. There is a little chat line thingy going on over here to the right. If you can, you might just be on TV and wouldn't be able to do it, but that's okay. Taking song requests. Anybody know any songs? I mean, I know one or two, but I'd like to hear from you. What was I doing? I was getting ready to look something up. Oh, weather forecast. I haven't even done the weather forecast for today. Well, let's do that. How about the St. Charles weather forecast brought to you today by Refreshing Word Fellowship Church. Refreshing Word Fellowship Church is a non-denominational Christian church which is located at 2054 Campus Drive, St. Charles, Missouri. Hey, come on by tomorrow for our Sunday services at 11 a.m. Wednesdays at 7 p.m. for our Bible study, and or Thursdays at 1:30 to 2:30 p.m. for the hour of power prayer. All right, hey, it got up to 73 degrees out there today. At least that's what they say. I think it was a little bit warmer, but not much, because the wind was just kept blowing and blowing. It was blowing. I know, because I got cold. That's just the way I am. Cold natured. Not cold hearted, just cold natured. Uh, got a cold heart. Anyway, here we go. Saturday, for the remainder of the day, we're going to have clear skies overnight with low temperatures of 49 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds are going to be north at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then for tomorrow, Sunday, May the 21st, plentiful sunshine with high temperatures of 79 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be east at 5 to 10 miles per hour. A few clouds from time to time with low temperatures of 52 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be east at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then for Monday, May the 22nd, a few passing clouds. Other than that, generally sunny skies. High temperatures near 83 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be east to southeast at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Mostly clear skies overnight with low temperatures of 55 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be east at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then for Tuesday, May the 23rd, sunshine and clouds mixed together with high temperatures of 80 24 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be east at 5 to 10 miles per hour. A few clouds from time to time with low temperatures of 62 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds east at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then for Wednesday, May the 24th, partly cloudy skies with high temperatures around 85 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be east to northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Mostly clear skies overnight, low temperatures of 61 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds northeast at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then for our fifth and final day of our 5-day forecast for the St. Charles viewing area, Thursday, May the 25th. Some clouds in the morning will give way to mainly sunny skies. High sun in the sky with afternoon high temperatures of 82 degrees Fahrenheit. Northeast winds at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Mostly clear skies overnight, low temperatures of 57 degrees Fahrenheit, winds east to northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And that, my friends, is your 5-day forecast for the St. Charles viewing area. Chat. That's right. We like to see you chat. There's your weather forecast. A lot of people just tune in for the weather forecast, which is cool. Then some of them, like Craig, the minute I start singing, they just drop the ball. They run. They hide their ears. They turn their speakers down, and they walk and get away from town. But my neck is so sore, I don't even know if I can sing. Not my throat. My throat's fine. It's my neck that's bothering me. I don't know. I'm usually not a whiner or complainer, but boy, it's a 10. If it's a 1, it's a 10. Let's see. What are we going to sing? Beetlejuice. Wait a minute. We don't want to conjure up no spirits. Wine. Red wine. No. How about something with Willie Nelson? Song lyrics, Willie Nelson. There, we'll just do that. Some A to Z. Whoops. I didn't want that one. Go back. Give me my A to Z lyrics. We like Willie, and we like our A to Z lyrics. Do wanna do, hey. Hey. Did you get one? Did you find a song? You tell me. I'd like to have you sing along if you find a song. I'm looking for a song. Just you wait and see. There's a million of them waiting for me. I said just you wait and see. What? How in the world did I get to that one? This thing, I tell you, I didn't know I was going to poke on something. It did. Oh man, I'm trying. I'm looking. I'm trying to see one for me. I'm looking. I'm trying. Try to see something I can see. Boy, he didn't always have his beard. Yeah, I'm going to have to say, he looked a little weird. Columbia Stockade Blues. Huh. Yep, old Willie looked a little weird. Da-da be doop boom bop bop bop. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh man, I'm trying to find a song, trying to find something I can sing along, and I don't know where I go, but I'm trying to find a song to sing. Not finding anything over here. Nothing that I know. Yeah, I think this one I know. Have I told you lately that I love you? Could I tell you once again somehow? Have I told you how much all with all my heart and soul I need you? Well, darling, I'm telling you now. My heart would break in two if I should lose you. I'm no good without you anyhow. Have I told you lately that I love you? Well, darling, I'm telling you now. Have I told you lately when I'm sleeping? Every dream that I dream is you somehow. And have I told you how my every thought is in your keeps? Well, darling, I'm telling you now. Green eggs and ham. All right, well, no, don't know that one. I don't know. I'm not gonna do Willie. Really? No Willie. Really? No Willie. Elvis. Okay, I can do Elvis. Elvis. Let's do some Elvis. Song lyrics: Elvis Presley. Did you let it do what you wanted to? Oh, wait a minute. That isn't. That's Australia. I don't want Australian A to Z. I want American A to Z. There, Elvis Presley lyrics. Got to get the lip going for that one. All right. Now we got the lip going. Got to try to get the leg going. Get that leg going. Get some movement in my hips. Well, it's a one for the money, a two for the show, a three to the ready now go cackle. Yeah, but don't you step on my blue suede shoes. I ain't gonna do anything but stay over my blue suede shoes. Oh, well, you can knock me down, step on my face, slander my name all over the place. Oh, don't do it. You can do anything that you want to do. But honey, they offer my shoes, but don't you step on my blue suede shoes. Well, you can do anything but lay off my blue suede shoes. Let's go, cat. Oh, walk the dog. I said, blue suede shoes. I said, blue suede shoes. I said, blue suede shoes. Blue suede shoes. Well, you can burn in my house, steal in my car, drink in my liquor from an oak fruit jar. You can do anything that you want to do. But honey, lay off of my shoes and I'm buggering it up. I'm not even able to do Elvis tonight. My neck hurts so bad. I'm a whiner. I didn't know I was a whiner, but I'm a whiner. No, no, no. Got an evil woman. Uh, Gonna try and find one that I can do. Uh, uh, Oh, we'll try a sad one. Of course, everybody wants to hear a sad one. Okay, if I say sad, are you going to say, just tell me no? It's a sad one. It's called Old Shep. You really want me to do Shep? Okay, here we go. I didn't get anybody saying no. So here we go. When I was a lad, and Old Shep was a pup, over hills and meadows we'd stray. Just a boy and his dog, we were both full of fun. We grew up together the way. I remember the time at the old swimming hole when I would have drowned beyond doubt. But old Shep was right there to rescue. He came, he jumped in and then pulled me out. As the years fast did roll, old Shep, oh see, this is supposed to be told. When I was a lad, old Shep was a pup. Over hills and meadows we'd stray. Just a boy and his dog, we were both full of fun. We grew up together that way. I remember the time, and see, I always do Red Soulvine when I'm telling stories. I remember the time at the old swimming hole when I would have drowned beyond doubt. But old Shep was right there to rescue. He came, he jumped in, and then pulled me out. As the years fast did roll, old Shep he did grow old. His eyes were fast growing dim, and one day the doctor looked at me and said, I can't do no more for him, Jim. With hands that were trembling, I picked up my gun. I aimed it at Shep in faithful head. I just couldn't do it. I wanted to run. I wish they would shoot me instead. He came to my side and looked up at me and laid his head on my knee. I had struck the best friend that a man ever had. I cried so I scarcely could see. Old Shep, he's gone where the good doggies go, and no more with old Shep will I roam. But the dogs have a heaven. There's one thing I know. Old Shep has a wonderful home. There you go. That's old Shep. I guess that's. I'm sorry. I just had to, but I don't know said songs. That was a story. It was a story about old Shep. How long does that? All right, I'm looking for uh like teddy bear or something. Step on my blue suede shoes. I said, don't you? Step on my blue suede shoes. You can do anything that you want to do. But lay off my blue suede shoes. I said, do. My blue suede shoes. I said, blue. Now, that's why. That's why. Okay. There we go. All right. We're going to do this one and then we'll call it quits. I found one. Hey, they're still listening and watching and taking in the music. They're watching. They're all about the music. Hey, hey. Here we go. Ready? This one I can do. I love you, tender. Oh, love me, sweet. Never let me go. You have made my life complete, and I love you so. Love me tender, love me true. All my dreams fulfill. For my darling, I love you and always will. Love me tender, love me Lord. Take me to your heart. For if that's there that I belong, and will never part. Love me tender, love me dear, when until the end of time, when at last my dreams come true. Darling, this I know, happiness will follow you everywhere. Oh, love me tender, love me sweet, never let me go. You have made my life complete, and I love you so. All right, there. Finally found one I could do. And not make it so bad that it boogered it all up for everybody. Oh, Lordy. Oh, let's see what's next. Uh, well, I'm going to share my life history. I'm going to look for the bare necessities. That's it. We'll do the bare necessities. Song lyrics, the bare necessities. Song yelly. Song lyrics, the bare necessities. Let's check my speakers here. Ah, no wonder. No wonder, do. Look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife. I mean the bare necessities for Mother Nature's recipes that bring the bare necessities to life. Whenever I wonder, wherever I roam, I could be fonder of my big home. The bees are a buzzing in the trees to make some honey just for me. When you look for under a rock and plants, and take a glance at the fancy ants, and then maybe try a few. All the bare necessities of life will come to you. They'll come to you. Look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife. I mean the bare necessities. Why, that's Mother Nature's recipes. Oh, I mean the bare necessities. That's why a bear can rest at ease with and just the bare necessities of life. Now, when you pick a pawpaw, hey, or a prickly pear, and you prick a raw paw, well, next time beware. Don't pick the prickly pear or by the paw. When you pick the pear, try using the claw. But you don't need to use the claw, when you're picking the pear of the big pawpaw. Yeah, have a have I got your food in yet? The bare necessities of life come to you. They'll come to you. Oh man, that's really fine. That's a living it up. Just try to relax there and cool it. Yeah, fall apart in my backyard. Because let me tell you, little britches, if you act like the bees and acts, you're working too hard. Don't work so hard. Yeah. And don't spend your time looking around for something you want that can't be found. When you find out you can live without it, and I'll go along not thinking about it. I'll tell you something true. The bare necessities of life will come to you. Look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife. Yeah, man. I mean the bare necessities. They're Mother Nature's recipes. The bare necessities can put bare at ease with just bare necessities of life. The bare necessities of life. There you go. Elvis has left the building. Hey, true, true dat. Oh, Lordy, Lord. Which way will we go? Said Lord, Lord. Which way will we go? There's a pain in my neck, a pain in my neck, and I don't know why or who put it there, but I know who can take it away. Father God, I'm just coming to you to remove the pain from my neck and my shoulders, and so that I can function properly, so that I'm no longer in pain and suffering. I know that you, Lord, are the healer of all healers, and I am healed by the stripes that were on Jesus's back at Calvary. And I know I can say were, and that he was healed, that they were healed already. So therefore it was been paid for. My debt is gone. In Jesus' mighty name, amen. Ooh, ooh, doesn't that feel good? Lord, I thank you. Amen. Did you see it? Did you see it, folks? The Lord granted my wish right then and right there. All right, am I gonna do? I can do it tonight. If that's your story choice, I will do it. Is that your story choice, Lori? I can always do it. It's Disney, but I can do it. I've seen it on my list. I'll do it. Hey kids, jump up on the couch or jump up on the bed. Wherever you like to rest your sleepy little head. Cause, well, it's TV Grandpa. And click allow to confirm that you are not a robot. I clicked allow. What in the world? Am I on the right page? Where's the 5-minute stories? Where are the 5-minute short stories? I know I've been reading them for the last 5 days. Buddy, there, boom, there they are. Where's he at? Oh, where is he at? There he is. There he is. All right, here we go, folks. All right, kids, are you ready for it? Today's story is Bambi, A Life in the Woods. One day, a deer was born. His name was Bambi. His mother washed him all over with her tongue. After birth, Bambi, she said, My little Bambi. The young Bambi was curious about everything. He learned, though he was a deer, and so was his mother. He learned there are other deer in the forest, and someday he would meet them. He learned the trails his mother followed were made by the other deer. Bugs and critters, sounds and smells, so many wonders to explore. Sometimes on a trail, suddenly his mother would stop still, and she would open her ears wide and listen. And from all directions, first over there, then here, and then Bambi would wait. At last, when she said, "It's all right," they moved along. "There's no danger. We can go." And then the two of them would start on the trail again. But he didn't know why they had to do this. One day his mother took him to the meadow for the first time. He started to run out to the open clearing, but she jumped right in front of him. "Stop," she said. "Stay here. I must go out first and wait till I call for you." But I started to run. But if I start to run, you must turn around and run back into the woods very fast. Do not stop. Do you understand me? Well, Bambi's mother slowly stepped out into the open meadow. She sniffed all around. She looked this way and that, alert and careful. After a while, she said, "It's fine, Bambi. Nothing to worry about. Come on." He bounded out to meet her. Oh, what a bright sun! Back in the woods, Bambi had seen a stray sunbeam every now and then, but here he got bright sun warmed, and it warmed him all over. He felt marvelous and jumped high into the air. Each time he landed on grass softer than any grass he had ever felt, and then he leaped back up again, over and over. In some places, the flowers were so thick they made a sweet carpet. But what was that tiny thing dancing in the air? "Look, mother," said Bambi, "the flower is flying." Why, that flower must have needed to dance so much, Bambi thought, that it broke right off of its stem to rise up and dance in the air. "That's not a flower, Bambi," said the mother. "It's a butterfly." Then Thumper, then thump, thump, thump. On a rock was a young hare, a little bunny, a rabbit, thumping its foot. "Hello there," smiled the hare, uh, raising on raising one tall ear. "You want to play?" "Sure," Bambi said. "Catch me." And Thumper hopped off the rock into the grass, hopping away. Bambi was a bit faster at running and jumping, but Thumper was better at hiding, and so the two of them had a fine time. On top of the flowers, a tall, fluffy black and white tail was sliding over them. "Why, I'd know that tail anywhere," said Thumper. "It's my friend Skunk. He's under the flowers." "Skunk?" And sure enough, a black and white head popped up. "This is Bambi," said Thumper. Soon the three of them were exploring the meadow, sniffing at its rich, deep smells. Thumper and Flower, as Bambi began to call. Skunk. What? Feeling grave and leap a leap and landed right in front of Bambi. Now, after a while, he and Flower had to go home. I'm sorry. After a while, Thumper and Flower had to go home. Bambi looked around. Mother, where are you? At the far side of the meadow, he saw her with a creature that looked just like her. Bambi came. Come and meet my sister Ina, called Bambi's mother, and her two little ones. Well, Bambi hopped over the two fawns, little feline, and her brother Gobo, Felina, and her brother Gobo were running in and out of their mother's legs. Feline gave a leap and landed right in front of Bambi, then jumped back to Gobo. With care, Bambi stepped up to her. Feline hopped off to one side, and Gobo followed. Soon the three of them were chasing each other up and down the grasses. Now run off and play, all of you, said Bambi's mother. And every day after that, the three young deer played and chattered. They raced and chased. They nibbled on many strawberries and blueberries and on the bushes, and sometimes they just talked. One day, Bambi said, do you know what danger means? Something very bad, whispered Gobo. But what is it? Said Bambi. I know what danger is, said Feline. What? That's what you run away from. But soon they were chasing and playing again. Bambi's mother and Ina came up. Come on now, they said. It's time to go home. Far off the top of the hill, two large proud deer came into view with enormous heads and of antlers. Turning to them, Feline said, who are they? Those are your fathers, said Ina. If you are smart and don't run into danger, said Bambi's mother, to her son, someday you will grow up as big and as handsome as your father, and you will have antlers too. Bambi's heart swelled with pride. As Bambi grew, he learned how to sniff the air. He could tell if his friend's Thumper was coming, or if a fox had just trotted by. He could tell if it was going to rain soon. And one afternoon came a raging storm. Lightning flashed and thunder crashed. And Bambi thought the end of the world had come. But when he lay by his mother's side, he felt safe. And one day, when Bambi wandered about in the woods, he came upon a sharp, unpleasant smell. Curious, he followed it. It led to a clearing where stood a strong creature. He had never seen such a creature before. It stood up on its rear legs, and in its two arms it had something long and black. Could it be a third leg? The smell of the creature somehow filled him with terror. The creature raised its long black arm. In a flash, Bambi's mother rushed up to him. Run, Bambi, run, as fast as you can. Bambi's mother bounded over shrubs and bushes. He kept pace beside her till they were back in their leafy home. Later, Bambi's mother said, did you see the hunter? Bambi nodded yes. There's one there, that's the one who brings danger, she said, and both of them shuddered. Bambi was still growing, and the first time he woke to find his mother gone from his side, he was scared. It was early morning and still dark. Mother, mother, he cried out. A large shadow approached, bigger than his mother, standing before a pool of moonlight. A great old buck looked proud and stern. Who are you calling? Said the buck with a frown. Can't you take care of yourself? Bambi did not dare answer. He lowered his head in shame. Look up, said the old buck, and listen to me. Watch, smell, find out for yourself. You will be fine on your own. The leaves fall, and Bambi grew even taller. Now his mother started leaving him alone more and more, letting him meet other deer and creatures of the forest. Feline and Gobble, Feline and Gobble, uh, Thumper and Skunk were still Bambi's best friends. But he also found other creatures fascinating to watch and sometimes fun to play with. One wet winter day, the terrible smell of humans swept across the forest. The scent was so strong that there had to be many humans in a group. Most animals quickly fled out of danger, but some were not so lucky. With the hunters, loud noises, and great power, many animals were killed, and one of them was Bambi's mother. After the terrible day, Bambi felt lost. He wandered about. How could this awful thing have happened? Suddenly, the great old buck stepped out in front of him. Where are Were you out in the meadow when it happened? The old buck said. Yes, said Bambi. And and uh, you're not calling for your mother? Said the buck. Suddenly, Bambi felt full of courage. I can take care of myself, he said, looking up. The great old buck smiled. Listen to me, he said. Smell, watch, learn to live, and be careful. Find out for yourself. Now, farewell. And he vanished into the deep forest. Now winter came, strong and bitter. Cold winds swept through the woods. Deep snow covered the forest floor, and there was little food to eat. Bambi felt hungry and cold all the time. Nearly all the bark on the trees had been peeled away by hungry deer. Still, the cold wind blistered on day after day. Gobel had always been smaller than Bambi, and Felina, he shivered all the time. He could hardly stand up any more. One day, a flock of crows flew overhead, yelling loudly, Call, call! The geese also screamed in the sky, Quack, 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 quack. They warned of the humans coming again. Thumper hopped up and down in alarm, whereas we're surrounded. They are everywhere. And a single boom crashed like thunder, and one goose fell from the sky. All the animals ran like mad, even the tiny titmouse. And another short crash like thunder, and a fox fell down on the forest floor. Bang, bang! Here came out, uh, Thumper came out to Bambi. We have to get out of here. Bambi and Thumper started to bound away. But what was that Gobel lying in the snow? Gobel, said Bambi, where is your mother and Feline? Felina, I don't know. I fell down, said Gobel. I'm too weak. You go on, Bambi. Another young deer bounded by. Bambi ran. Don't just stand there if you can run. He looked off like the wind. He took off like the wind, and as Bambi ran along, he called behind him, I will come back for you, Gobo. Bambi ran and ran, and soon the sound that boomed as loud as thunder grew more and more distant. And when Bambi returned to where Gobel had been, there was no trace of him, not even his tracks, just big tracks. Feline and her mother were pacing around the spot. When, what has become of him? Wailed Ina, but they all knew. They could smell it. A hunt, a human had came and taken Gobo away. Weeks passed. At last, little sprigs of fresh grass was popping up through the snow. Then more and more tufts of green. What was left of the snow melted away. On Bambi's head, he could feel the weight of his first growing antlers. As the trees and bushes turned green and the weather warmed, all the animals started to act so oddly. Birds fitted around and flittered about two by two, and so many creatures, large and small, were in pairs. His friend Flower spent all his time with a girl skunk and hardly noticed Bambi. Even his friend Thumper seemed in a daze, forever staring at a girl rabbit and thumping his foot. What's happening to my friends? Said Bambi. I am alone. They, there was a rustling in the leaves behind him. There stood Feline, but she grew up now. She was grown up now, and like he was, each of them was thinking, how different you look. They gazed at each other and they smiled. It has been a long time since we saw each other last, said Feline. Yes, I know, said Bambi. They talked of old times. Do you remember playing tag on the meadow side uh, on the meadow side one? Do you remember all the berries on the bushes we ate? Said one. Do you remember all the berries on the bushes we ate? Said the other. The two seemed to understand each other perfectly. A few fat deer came up to them, sniffing the air. Sister, don't you know me? Feline and Bambi turned in amazement. Gobel? They rushed up to him in joy. So you're not dead, said Bambi. We have you. Where have you been? Said Feline. Gobel told his story. I was with a human. I have seen a lot more than the rest of you all together. Dogs had found me or found him when he lay in the snow, and they barked, and the human came and carried Gobel to the place where he lived. It was as warm as summer inside, said Gobel. Rain may pour outside, but not inside where humans live. It is always dry and warm, and there is always something to eat, too. Turnips, hay, potatoes, carrots, yum. Weren't you afraid, though? Said Feline. No, the human wouldn't hurt me. if he loves you, or if you serve him, he's good to you, said Gobo. They all loved me there. The children petted me. The great old buck strode out from the bushes. What kind of band is this you have around your neck? It's a halter I wear, said Gobo. It's a great honor to wear the human's halter. Be silent, said the great old buck. You poor thing. He turned and was gone. One day, when Gobo and Bambi were together, they smelled the scent of a human. We must hide at once, said Bambi. No need for that, said Gobo. The humans know me. Then, all at once, a sharp bang, and Gobo fell down. Fortunately, the humans never came after Gobo. Instead, when the scent of the humans went away, Bambi pulled his friend to a leafy place where he could rest and be out of danger. Bambi knew what weeds his mother used to eat to heal a wound faster. As he brought the weeds to Gobo, he wondered, why must go to sleep? He wondered why must. Wait a minute, things rolled down on me. And he brought the weeds to Gobo. He wondered, why must this always happen to us? Bambi thought of the great old buck who had said, find out for yourselves. Find out what? Feline and Ina brought Gobo food and visited with him for hours. Bambi often came by too, until Gobo was healed. The wounds from the great old buck, the words from the great old buck still fresh in his head. Learn to live and be cheerful. Bambi was starting to understand. Soon came, and the seasons came and went. Bambi grew still taller. His antlers were nearly full grown now. One day, Bambi caught a new warning smell in the air. It was a hot and smoky smell. A flock of crows rushed overhead, calling loudly, fire! At once, the animals were running as fast as they could. It wasn't easy to run away from fire. Sometimes it seemed to rush in from different directions. After hours went by of flames and smoke, the fire started to wind down at last. The smell of fire was fading too. The great old buck stepped in front of Bambi. His head was gray now, but he still bore his antlers with pride. Come with me, he said in a serious way. I want to show you something before I go. He led Bambi through the woods to a burnt out village. Mixed along with the smell of fire was the smell of some awful smell of humans that had sent terror to their hearts again and again. Do not be frightened, said the old buck. Closer and closer they went to the village. Look, Bambi, he said. There in front of them were dozens of huts. Each one was burned, some almost to the ground. Others burned mostly on the roof. The village was empty. You see, Bambi, said the old buck, the houses of the humans get burned by fire, just like the places where we stay in the woods. The humans of the human isn't above us. We are just the same. Do you understand me, Bambi? Fire burns the woods where we live, and it burns the villages of humans too, said Bambi. We are not so different from humans, but we both live under the same great powers in the world, said the great old buck. Yes, said Bambi. Now I can go, said the great old buck. Don't follow me. My time is up. Goodbye, my son. I love you. Now Bambi had become a full buck himself. His antlers spiked and his gleaming in the sun. Sometimes he would visit the corner of the woods where he had spent his childhood, and some of his trails were still there. Once in a while, wandering there, he saw Gobo and his sister Feline. When he saw Feline, his heart beat fast. He wanted to rush to her. He gazed after her, and finally she was gone. And then he heard the call of two little fawns. Mother, mother, they yelled. Can you stay by yourselves? Said Bambi. The little brothers and sisters were too much in awe of the great buck to answer. Bambi thought, this little fellow pleases me. He reminds me of the dear face I used to see when I looked in the brook years ago. Perhaps I'll meet him again. The little girl is nice too. Feline looked like that once. Listen to me, said Bambi to the two fawns. You must watch and listen. Find out for yourself. You will be fine on your own. The end. Boy, I tell you, that was a long one. Hey, and both people stayed. All right. Go to sleep. Okay, hey, that brings us to the end of story time with TV Grandpa. Now we're going to jump over to the Daily Bread portion of the program. Daily Bread portion of the program today is going to be brought to you by the Bible with Briscoe 2023. The Bible with Briscoe 2023 is the daily reading of the Bible to be completed within 1 year. Today's reading in the Bible with Briscoe 2023 will be 1 Chronicles 10 through 12 and John 6:45 through 71. So don't forget to tune into the Bible with Briscoe 2023 for your daily reading of the Bible. Keep in touch is today's devotion in the Daily Bread portion of the program, and today's scriptures and insights will be Matthew 6:5 through 9. So here we go. Without further ado, Matthew 6:5 through 9. And when you pray, do not be like the hypocrites, for they love to pray standing in the synagogues and on the street corners to be seen by others. Truly I tell you, they have received their reward in full. But when you pray, go into your room, close the door, and pray to your Father who is unseen. Then your Father who sees what is done in secret will reward you. And when you pray, do not keep on babbling like the pagans, for they think they will be heard because of their many words. Do not be like them, for your Father knows what you need before you ask Him. This then is how you should pray. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Don't know the whole thing there, but it kind of cut off because apparently it's in 10. There, we can try that. Uh-huh. There we go. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Your kingdom come, your will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us as we of our debts, as we have forgiven our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. There you go. I knew I kind of was pretty close. That was the daily bread portion of the program. That was brought to you today by the Bible with Briscoe 2023, a daily reading of the Bible to be completed within 1 year. All right, my friends. Hey, that looks like it. That's the Shen Show in a nutshell. We got it all wrapped up. We're about out of here. So may God bless y'all, and y'all come back and see us tomorrow because, well, we'll be here. Oh, I got one more song for you though. Oh well, goodbye, my friends. It's time to go. I said goodbye, my friends. It's a time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really must go. So goodbye, my friends. Goodbye. Goodbye, my friends. Goodbye. All right, we're out. God bless y'all. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.